Badass Farmer here, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick little update on our blueberries and what we're doing, how we're getting everything set up. And so let's get this thing cranking. So the biggest thing in maintaining the blueberries is, one, make sure that the weeds are not overgrowing, they're not getting right next to the actual blueberry plant and then sucking up the energy. And the other thing is that when you plant younglings, okay, the ones we have are like, I don't know, 1.5 years, 2 years old plants, and we're trying to encourage them to grow bigger, more foliage, so that way in our first season of production we'll have a decent amount to actually pick. So in order to do that, when we get flowers like this, okay, this is only their first year after being planted, and as you can see, there's flowers here. Some of them are actually starting to produce a berry. It's kind of hard to tell, but from this point on, what I want to do is make sure that the energy goes to producing a bigger root system and more foliage. So what we do is, and what we're going to be doing for the next couple of seasons, is pulling these flowers off, okay? And this is pretty simple. You do have to be a little bit careful that you don't snap off the actual branches. And this is a flower here, so you want to pull it from the stem as much as you can without damaging the actual stems themselves, okay? And that will allow more energy to go to the root system and produce more foliage. This will get taller and bigger, and I think by the 3rd year then we'll start getting into pruning, but we're not at that point as of now. So, but I did want to show you what I did as far as trying to help, one, suppress the weeds from growing within the row, and two, since blueberries really like to be in acidic soil, these wood chips are ideal for them to create biomass that'll be acidic, okay? And ideally you want to probably use aged wood, and depending on, you know, if you have somebody nearby that's cutting trees that can, you know, give some to you, it ends up costing a tree cutter money to go and deliver it to a compost facility. They usually have to end up paying for that. So sometimes you might get lucky if you find somebody that can, you know, do a drop-off for you. But you probably want to wait a good year or so before you actually use those wood chips, because they're starting to decompose. They're more ideal for putting in the actual rows. Now underneath here I have the drip tape set up, which is all coming from our well, and it's all segregated into different zones. We have 3 different zones here, and from the main well you have, you know, the full power coming off the well, and then we have to use the reducer, the pressure reducer. I think it's 20 psi. Now the drip tape that we use here is a heavier grade of drip tape, which is for multiple seasons. It's not like the kind you would use in the produce where after the end of the season you pull it right up immediately. So now this is still kind of temporary in terms of irrigation, because I'd like to eventually put some orchard tubing in here, but again, that was a cost issue. So for now, this is working really nicely. I'm really happy with the way these blueberries are doing. And so our main focus for this year is picking the flowers, keeping these rows mulched. I still have to do a lot of mulching through some of the rows that we haven't gotten yet. Later on this year I'll be applying some alpaca manure in here, which has been composted since last season, last summer. And what that'll do is provide nitrogen. And what's nice about alpaca manure is that it is neutral in terms of the pH. So well, some manures like chicken manure have a higher pH, and that's going to throw the balance off in terms of your pH. So what's nice about alpaca is that it's neutral, and because, you know, we have acidic rain, well, you know, pretty much anyone has acidic rain, but around here I have it out in the open, and so if anything it'll be hopefully lower in pH. So we'll see how that goes. I heard a lot of good reviews in regards to alpaca manure, and we will be getting our own alpacas hopefully soon. And that'll be really nice because that way we can not only have our own alpacas and provide feed for stuff that we can grow on our own property, but the end result of that from them, you know, pooping all over the place will be used.
And so, it doesn't smell that much.
Yeah, and that's the nicest thing about alpaca is that it doesn't have a smell like chicken manure. Chicken manure is just
harsh.
Yeah. Even horse manure isn't as bad as chicken manure, but yeah, the alpaca is not bad at all, really. I mean, it almost even, this one guy said it kind of has like a, what was it, like a
Frito.
Like a Fritos? It smells like Fritos.
Fritos.
I haven't experienced that
No.
yet, you know,
That's
but
a little weird.
Fritos is better than smelling poop all day, right? So, all right, guys, that's it. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on how our blueberries are doing. We're slowly but surely coming along. Another 2 years, and we'll probably be, hopefully, keeping my fingers crossed, be doing our first pick your own season here. So, man, a lot of work still has to be done. So, but we'll get there slowly but surely. Growing organic is the only way to do it, man. So, all right, guys, that's it. See you guys next time, and keep on doing your own thing out there. And like, subscribe, support our page, and really appreciate all your help. And keep the questions rolling in. All right, you guys take care. Have a good one.